taking a look at the mambo. A student of mine called and asked for a little help, so I decided just to create a little tutorial on getting started on the mambo. The mambo is a cool Afro-Cuban groove. Be careful. A lot of times in jazz music, the parts for the drums are not written very well, and it might just say Latin. And you've got to do some research and see what kind of style it is. A great place to start, I think, is Tommy Igoe's Groove Essentials. It's kind of like an encyclopedia of grooves, and it's a wonderful package with play-along tracks and video instruction from Tommy. It's great. But anyway, the mambo is one type of groove. This is kind of a medium tempo because this is the tempo that I was asked to provide for my student. And we start off with the ride cymbal or the bell or the cowbell, and we're going to play 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, to that next, I would add the hi-hat on beats 2 and 4. Now right now I'm counting it out in 4/4 time. Later on you're going to feel it probably in 2. But for now we're thinking 4/4 time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The left hand is going to do something that's going to like simulate a conga part. I'm going to use a cross stick, and notice I have the tip of the stick about 1.5 inches away from the rim. You have to find what works best for you on your drum, but we want to find the sweet spot. That sounds good to me. If you're in a pinch, you can play this way, but you're going to get a much better sound if you turn the stick around. So I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's very easy to put the hi-hat with that. So 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Okay, how about if we try just the hands together? 1, 3. Lines up pretty well with that. It's not really super complicated for coordination, but it's going to be different for a young drummer who hasn't played this style because it's something totally different. So just remember, you're going to make lots of mistakes along the way. Don't worry about it. You have to make mistakes to learn. But it's not that it's really hard, it's just new. And things that are new are usually tricky at first. So I'll put the hands and the hi-hat together now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now keep in mind, I'm demonstrating this maybe, 4 times through. You're going to have to do this hundreds of times through to get comfortable with it. That's okay. Have fun. Don't worry about making some mistakes. Just learn from mistakes and fix it. Now probably the trickiest thing for most beginners with this is getting the bass drum feel, because we're used to, in a rock feel, playing the bass drum on 1 and 3, and we don't play that in the mambo. The bass line, the bass guitar or string bass, is typically playing something like 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. So if I start hammering out 1 and 3, that just kind of obliterates the bass part. We don't want to do that. The bass line here that we're going to try for, and you can do a lot of variations, is 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now keep in mind, there are a lot of different ways to play it, but that's one way to start off. If I put the hi-hat with it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the bass drum, the syncopated part, comes right after the hi-hat on 2, so right between 2 and 3. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then it's a 2-bar phrase. I'm putting the bass drum on beat 4 of the second bar. Okay, how about if I try that with the ride cymbal, or again, could be the ride bell, or the cowbell, or the rim, or the side of the drum, but right now in the ride cymbal, and I'll try the right hand ride cymbal and the right hand or right foot bass drum. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and that's how we put it together. So then if I'm going to put the whole thing together, I'll do this slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to try it at 160, and I'll put a few fills in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I hope that's helpful getting started. My idea with this, I'm not making it really complex. I'm just giving you a good start-off point. And remember, there's not a one mambo groove. This is just one variation to get started. So some things I'd recommend: Tommy Igoe's Groove Essentials is awesome. Get the package with the DVD and the book. Their play-along charts. It used to be there was like a MP3 disc along, but now I think it's all streaming from a website now for the music, but it's excellent. You've got to listen, and it's nice to listen and watch Tommy play this with a band. This is a great book, Jimmy Branley, New Method for Afro-Cuban Drumming. It's a Hudson publication. It's very good. Afro-Cuban Rhythms for the Drum Set. Keep in mind, most Afro-Cuban bands didn't use a drum set. They would use congas, bongos, timbales, all sorts of individual instruments. So we're just trying to kind of simulate that part on the drum set, and that's what we need to do for our jazz band for most of our school situations. This is an awesome book. I started working out of this probably 15 or 25 years ago. I don't remember now. And this is where I first started learning some of these styles. Funkifying the Clave, Afro-Cuban Grooves for Bass and Drums. It's a great book, and just listen to music, listen and watch. And I don't claim to be a great expert at this, but my niche seems to be kind of helping people get started and helping them figure out introducing the styles, and then there's plenty of masters out there you can learn from and go on and on and on. So have fun with it. It's a great style, a lot of fun. Enjoy.